Well, the conversation around disabilities continues here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And the South African Guide Dog Association, they're a non-profit organization that operates entirely on fundraising initiatives, sponsorships, as well as donations from the public, that is you. And their vision is to grant every individual in the country who has visual and or physical disabilities to experience freedom and independence alongside a furry friend. Now, joining us today to chat about this incredible association is Jackie Quayle, Marketing Manager of South African Guide Dog Association. And then we have Guide Dog Mobility Instructor Cheryl Robertson. We also are joined by Jeremy Opperman, guide dog owner and board member, as well as Andrew Merriweather, who is a service dog owner himself. And of course, we have to introduce our fur doggos too. We have Echo, Ronnie, as well as Oslo here close to us. Look at that. Good morning, welcome.
Morning.
Jackie, I'm going to start off with you because the SA Guide Dog Association, you guys need lots of help. And of course, you also do a lot for the individuals. Tell me a little bit more about the SA Dog Service Association.
So at Guide Dogs, we train guide dogs for people who are visually impaired, service dogs for people who are physically disabled. We also train autism support dogs for children on the autism spectrum. And then we have another department called the Orientation and Mobility Department. And here we train practitioners to go out into communities to teach daily life skills and long cane skills to people living with visual impairment.
It's amazing what you offer because there's so much to it. And Cheryl, you are hands-on involved with these dogs, with these furry friends. Now, when it comes to their training, is there a specific training course that they all go on, or do you tailor-made their skills to the owner's needs?
So initially we start off and they all learn the basics. So they all learn basic cues and responses so that we can get them listening to us and following what we would like. And then as they develop, we start introducing whatever their job is going to be. So if it's a guide dog, we'll teach him how to avoid obstacles and stop at the curbs. But if it's a service dog, we'll teach them how to pick up things, open doors, push lift buttons. So each one will be put to their field once they start getting into their training. So each one will have their own job. And then closer towards, before we match them to people, then we'll individually tailor-make each one.
I am so impressed to be able to get them to push lift buttons. That I want to see. I want to see that myself. Jeremy, you are one of the board members, and of course, fundraising is so important. How has the funds that have been raised been able to help those who are in need of service guide dogs?
Well, because there's a great deal of training required, and there's a lot of staff involved. And so there's a lot of people involved in producing a guide dog. There's a large campus in Johannesburg, the head office, and we have an office here and a training center here. And so there's a lot of infrastructure to support, and that's what funds go towards.
That is amazing to know, and that's also why the public needs to get involved. People need to donate so that more can be helped. And Andrew, Oslo here is taking a little, it looks like a snooze from my angle.
He's not a morning dog.
Is he not a morning dog? He's still very early. How has Oslo, changed your life?
So it's really, how has he not changed my life? I could spend the entire morning with you telling you what he does, but essentially because I'm a quadriplegic, I have to be in a wheelchair. Obviously, my legs don't work. And when I'm in the wheelchair, I need to use my hands all the time. So he does stuff that I'm not able to do because I'm pushing myself around in my chair. So when I go to work, he's carrying my laptop and my books. If I go grocery shopping, he's carrying the packets to the car. And then, the things that are standard, there's a lot of things I can't reach, either being too low or too high. He'll retrieve that for me. That's really, really easy.
That is so special.
The last thing I do want to make mention of is a very important thing, is if I find myself sort of falling out my chair or something, he will only bark if I tell him to. So the neighbors and everyone that knows me knows that if he's barking, I need assistance.
Oh, wow. And how long has Oslo been with you?
He's been with me 4 years. And time goes really quickly. You only get them just before they're 2 because they need to be trained. So they come with a name as well. But I quite like his name, Oslo. I think
Oslo.
it's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. Well, it's beautiful to have them here. I know you guys aren't going anywhere because we do want to have a little bit of demonstration and also, you know, find out, in fact, not find out, but tell you on ways how you can donate and be part of this. So donate or find out more about how South African Guide Dogs Association for the Blind can help people in your community. You can visit www.guidedog.org.za or email them at info@guidedog.org.za. And stick around as SA Guide Dog Associations. They will be taking us through the ways in which these dogs are trained and also show us some of the ways in which they can help and assist those who are in need.